My first experience with a PEO was with one of Astra Group's competitors, and I was with that organization for approximately 2 years. They provided the basics that I just mentioned, the filings and all of that, but they weren't really providing me with the HR consulting side of things, at least not what I expected. Yes, they could give me all the forms and things like this, and they made all the filings and made all the payments to the government and that. But the attitude that I was getting from them when I would turn to them with an HR question, an HR issue, they really seemed to get to a point where they forgot who the client was.
Well, we started using a PEO service, our second year of business, to provide great benefits for our employees. What we found out with the original PEO service that we went to was the lack of service. They were not at our company, they were not understanding what we were about and helping us grow and offer great benefits to our employees. When we switched to the Astra Group, it was night and day, the amount of service that they gave us. In fact, we had no idea how good service could be until the Astra Group.
It got to the point where I would call up, we were assigned a new contact person. I called with a situation, a question, and I was told, well, that's not my job. So then I asked another question about something else, and that's not my job. And when I got that the third time, I finally got frustrated. I said, okay, what is your job? And she couldn't tell me that either. And I said, okay, why don't you have somebody call me back that can help me with my questions? Well, the very next day, I got a call back from somebody else, but instead of saying, I understand you have questions, or I am sorry for the problem, or I understand we had a problem, the first thing out of this person's mouth was, I need to have you call that lady back and apologize to her for making her feel uncomfortable yesterday. And that was it. That did it. Then I knew it was time to move on. And that's when I went back and revisited Astra. I had interviewed them and seriously considered them. That was between they and the company I originally chose. I went with the other company because they were a larger number of employees. I felt, again, PEOs being a relatively new industry, less than 20 years, there might be safety in numbers, but I was just a small fish in a very big pond. With the Astra Group, not that I'm a big fish in a small pond, but they have a different attitude towards taking care of their clients. It really has been a partnership. It really has been a resource to me for my HR issues.